Hey, I'm Steve Diggs. Welcome back to Fast Forward Leadership. Great ideas at the speed of light. Today, I want to talk with you about killing the time thieves. Frankly, I do not like this guy. This is the guy who takes away our time. The truth is, we have a finite amount of time, 168 hours every week. It's important to use it appropriately. So let me share with you the 6 deadly time thieves. 6 types of people to avoid if you possibly can. Number 1, look out for people that have small buckets. I can still remember back in my early business career, I was selling real estate for a man by the name of Dave Floyd, one of the greatest guys I ever knew. And I can remember a year or 2 into this, I was doing very well, and he was kind of grooming me, bringing me along. One day he takes me out into the pool where all the salesmen are, and he said, "Steve, what does everybody in this room have in common with one another?" And I didn't know. I said, well, I don't know, Dave. They all have noses on their faces. I don't know. He said, "Steve, everybody in this room has a bucket, but they're all different size buckets." He said, "Some people have a normal size buckets. Other people have a bucket about the size of a thimble." And he said, "Other people are dragging along 55-gallon drums." But he said, "Here's a fact. When a person's bucket gets full, that's when they quit. That's when they quit trying. And if you got a small bucket, you get just the smallest amount that you have to do to get by, and you quit. And the people with the big buckets, it takes a lot more to fill those up." He said, "Steve, if you want to succeed, hang with people who have the big buckets. It's not that they're greedy, it's not that they're never satisfied, but these are the people who are looking for new opportunities, new ways to serve people, new ways to get more stuff done." He said, always run with people with big buckets and stay away from the small bucketed people. Number 2, look out for what I call the negativites. These are the people that are in almost every enterprise that I know anything about. These are the people who have a way of putting a negative spin on almost everything that happens. They always have something negative to say about the boss. They're speaking badly about their coworkers. And by the way, let me just tell you something. If you have a friend that says something ugly about their spouse, you need to back off, because that person has made a vow before God to love and honor that person. Yet they're willing to talk trash about them. You can bet good money that the minute you walk away from this person, if they're going to do that to their spouse, they'll be talking badly about you. Look out for the negativites. Number 3, beware of the procrastinators. Now, these are the people whose philosophy it is that today's greatest work-saving device is tomorrow. Just put off until tomorrow anything you don't want to do today. And the truth is, these are the people that will not get much done. You don't need to run with them. Number 4, look out for the perfectionists. Now, at first blush, you might think, well, wait a minute. Perfectionism, that's good, isn't it? Well, yes and no. Perfect is good if you can do it, but very rarely can we do things perfectly. The truth is, in most cases, the goal should be to do something well and to go on to the next thing. I still remember a wonderful employee I had. He was a very creative guy, one of the main guys in my company. But I was constantly saying, why don't you clean out your office so you can have your meetings there instead of taking over the conference room? The problem was his office looked like an episode from Hoarders. I mean, there were stacks of books and magazines and newspapers and everything imaginable all over that office. And he would say, "Steve, I want to do that, but I need to go through everything and tear out the good ads and file them first." This was before the internet. And again, that was a noble concept, but the poor guy was working 70 hours a week. He was never going to do this. The best thing to do in many cases is the good. Just get rid of that stuff, clean up the office, and go on. Watch out for perfectionists. Number 5, look out for the slow starters. The people who just don't have anything but 2 speeds, slow and stopped. Stay away from people like that. They will not help your forward motion. And number 6, look out for the people who are habitually late. One of the most disrespectful things an individual can do is to be routinely late for other people, because these people assume on your time, they take away your time and your ability to function. If a person is going to consistently be late, probably you need to go ahead and start without them. These are 6 deadly time thieves that if you can kind of avoid, you probably will be better off. My name is Steve Diggs. This is Fast Forward Leadership. Great ideas at the speed of light. I'll see you next time.